right, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, and verse 1. To everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the under the heaven. Jumping down to verse 8, a time to love, a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, and Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers, and peace and blessings and salutations. Hopefully, out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. Pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful leg, the believers, the listeners who have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. And what I want to get into today, just going into more rumors of war. All right, and as we know, the main, stage of war, all right, it's going to be in that region, which is called, the Middle East. You can call it, Western Asia, all right, either or, okay. But at the end of the day, that region is prophesied, all right, to be, the the fire starter, okay, of this Third World War. So we pay close attention, to these major players, Russia, Iran, all right, these small hats, okay, America, which is prophesied to be obliterated, all right, in this Third World War, all right. But I want to go here, segue to something different, which, they've been having conflict back and forth, but this is just, more controversy. The scriptures say that what nation shall be against nation, we'll get that. It said tensions escalate after India fires missiles into Pakistan-controlled territory. Now, you've been having this ongoing feud, with India and Pakistan, which these are both Elamites, okay? And we're going to play into that too, brothers being at war with each other. So when you read the article, it says Islamabad, India, fired missiles into Pakistan-controlled territory in several locations early Wednesday, killing at least 8 people, including a child. Pakistani authorities said. India said it was striking infrastructure used by militants. Tensions have soared between the nuclear-armed neighbors since last month's massacre of tourists in the Indian-controlled portion of Kashmir. India has blamed Pakistan for backing the militant attack, which Islamabad was denied. It says Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif condemned Wednesday's airstrike and said that the deceitful enemy has carried out cowardly attacks in 5 locations in Pakistan and that his country will retaliate. Pakistan has every right to give a robust response to this act of war imposed by India. A strong response is indeed being given, Sharif said. He said his country and his armed forces know very well how to deal with the enemy, man. So that's the spirit that's in the earth, man. And we know this is just a sideshow, right, to the main event. But this just shows you the atmosphere that's in the earth, man. Okay, it's an atmosphere of war. Okay, and you go here, Yahweh Shai spoke of these very things, man. Okay, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows," man. Okay, so this is just a sign of the times that we're in when we see nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom, man. All right, this is a sign of the beginning of sorrows, man. Okay, the time of great tribulation. Okay, so we see the spirit that's in the earth, and it's a spirit of war and conflict, man. All right, and all these nations are gonna get their rocks off in this war, man. It's gonna be a world war. That means there's gonna be conflicts and fronts in this war all throughout the earth, man. There's gonna be constant new fronts opening up. When this thing really spirals out of control, there's just gonna be nothing but new fronts of this war opening up. Okay, and this is what we're seeing, man. And even when you go here, because Yahweh Shai is coming to do what, man? Clear the board with all these clowns, man. You know, and it's beautiful, man. The Lord has our enemies at war with each other, man. Okay? This is a beautiful time, man. Okay? This society ruled by Esau Edom. And these Edomites and these heathens are in cahoots with this devil. Well, it's starting to fall apart. You know, because Esau rules by the sword. That's the energy he pushes out, and this is the spirit that these nations are in. Is a continual war. Okay, so let's go here to the book of Haggai real quick, and we'll end it here. This is the book of Haggai, chapter 2. All right, and verse 22. It says, "And I will overthrow the throne, all right, of kingdoms, and I will destroy the strength of the kingdoms of the heathen, and I will overthrow the chariots and those that ride in them, and the horses and their riders shall come down." So this is the Lord destroying. All right, when Yahweh comes back, he's going to be destroying the militaries of the earth, man. And even before then, because it's going to be the spirit of the Lord forcing these nations to fight each other. They're going to be destroying each other, man. Okay? Planes are going to be coming down. These fighter jets are going to be getting shot down. Okay? You know, major infrastructures are going to be destroyed. All right? Hundreds of thousands, millions of men being put to death in this war. All right? And these nations are going to be doing this to each other before Yahweh Shai even returns, man. And we're going to get that. Okay? And Yahweh Shai just coming and they clean this thing up. Okay? And it says, every one by the sword of his brother. Okay? And what do you have? You have Esau with Russia, the EU, and America. Their beef that they got, those are all Edomites. Okay? North Korea, South Korea, those are Moabites. The beef that they got. All right? Best believe they gonna get that for a while, man. Okay? You have Pakistan and India, which those are all Elamites. Okay? They gonna go with it for a while, man. You see, you're going to have all these different fronts, man. Okay? Happening at the same time, but the main stage is going to be over there in the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. Okay? That's going to be the main stage, man. All right? That's going to turn this thing into a nuclear war. Okay? And that's why you go here to, let's get that in Second Ezra. All right? The book of Second Ezra, chapter 13. Okay? And go with 30. This Second Ezra 13 and 30. It says, "And he, all right, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth, and that he is Yahweh Shai at his return." Oh, Zalakia says, "And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, one realm against another." Okay? So it's going to be going down at the return of Yahweh Shai, man. On every phase, man. You're going to have domestic, eternal strife between these nations. You're going to have, cross-border wars, these neighboring nations. Okay? You're going to have intercontinental fighting between these nations, and you're going to have the spiritual realm wage war on this realm, man. So it's going to be going down, all right, on every phase, man. So we're seeing the build up, man. So we're just following the build up. All right. So there's something real quick I just want to get into without reading that quick article, man. A nation against nation. So we know what is headed. All right. This is good news for us, man. So Lord will you're edified till next time I say shalom.